Welcome back. I think we was going over the hot mess.
Yeah,
Let's,
we talk about Kanye.
yeah, we just had some
Technical
very
difficulty.
technical dudes. I don't know, everything just blipped off in this place.
As soon as we
But
brought up Kanye,
yeah, the ghost of Kanye. But anyway, let's see.
Now that's a hot mess. Get ready for the week's Hollywood hot mess with Iesha Rowan.
Yeah, Kanye's a mess. That's all there is to it. I mean,
oh man,
getting kicked out of Skechers, Balenciaga dropped him, Adidas
man.
dropped him.
Goodwill.
Goodwill don't want to
What?
take donations from him. if you got Kanye items, Goodwill's not taking it.
They got they had memes where the local rice house was cutting it with them. Goodwill reportedly removed and no longer accept donations of Yeezy products.
Wow.
The Goodwill.
Salvation Army's next.
I didn't know they turned. I mean, I know they turned some stuff away. Like,
Yes,
Yeah.
like what they'll do is what they typically do is like once it's been donated, they'll
just get
go
rid of
through it,
right?
and then whatever is not usable,
They get rid of.
They get rid of.
They just
right.
like, don't bring that shit out here. Hey man, look, man.
They don't want nothing associated with him.
All week, I've been arguing with people because there's been a lot of people, taking up for Kanye, saying they don't want to see a black man get torn down, and I understand that. Nobody wants to see.
They didn't say that about
get torn down. They didn't care about that. They made memes and laughed.
So why they gonna say that about
because
Kanye?
this situation, they feel as though that he's being pro-black.
No, it's not.
He's telling us things.
Just last week, he was down in black people.
I know. They ignore those.
Yeah.
He's teaching us
white
something.
lives matter.
He's teaching us something about the industry that y'all don't know. He got a plan, and he teaching us something because
that what Jews run the music industry.
Like I said, we all know that Jews run the industry. I mean, I think we've known that since the 90s. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I think since the 80s.
They are the ones that invested into the industry.
Right.
If you don't want to mess with them, stay individual. Make your own label.
Since like NWA.
Death Row Records. You don't have to mess with these people.
Right.
You don't have to sign with them. People get on my nerves, man. They act like, you don't have to mess with them. They act like
it's the only option.
It's not the only option.
But see, he needed them in the beginning of his career.
That's right.
Because good music was trying to,
under Def Jam.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, look, man.
And now he talking about he don't need them.
He don't need anybody. And everybody like, yeah, do it yourself, Kanye.
And what happened? You had to dismantle Donda Academy.
And that was so confusing because he came back like an hour later saying like, oh, we're coming back tomorrow with a vengeance. And I'm like.
And then
that's because he went on an apology tour after that.
Athletes are Jaylen Brown left and Aaron Donald. They left on
this
they both left.
Yeah, because he had an agency company too.
Yeah.
And I believe his CFO of Donda Academy is suing him. So yeah. It's
all the money that he done lost, that now
he's losing a lot.
I gotta go on. I'm sorry, y'all. Please accept my apology. I'm sorry.
Think about all the people he employs.
All these lawsuits.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're
all
probably
the families that he just affected with everything that he was doing this week.
So yeah,
all these lawsuits he has on him with the George Floyd's family,
right? And that's why I don't understand why we still behind him. But it's people who love to misconstrue Black Lives Matter, the organization, and Black Lives Matter, what we did,
right?
And went out there and fought for. They like to put those together. Where the organization ain't nothing, so George Floyd ain't nothing, and all the Black Lives Matter, all the rioting and marching and shit everybody did, none of that means anything because George Floyd had fentanyl in his system, and Black Lives Matter, they stole some money. That's how people are, man. It's ridiculous, dude. We seen all these people die, Trayvon Martin, Michael Browns, all these people get killed, and we're gonna sit there and say, oh, it doesn't make a difference because they stole some money.
Yep.
You working for the other side, bro. I had a dude on my page coming there, I wouldn't. Then he said, I like Trump. Yeah, okay. we understand where you from.
Right. We know now.
We get it. You know what I'm saying? You taking up for Kanye. You must like Trump. That's what I'm thinking I can come to. This dude had a White Lives Matter shirt on. Come on, bro.
Him and Candace.
Right. Candace Owen is a known racist. She hates her own people. That's who he hugged up with.
Yeah.
He was arm to arm with her, hugged up. Like, they're cool. He don't care about us, dog. He doesn't care about black people. He's rich now. He's above that because he's rich. He doesn't care. I understand, man, that he's a hero to a lot of people, man. To me, I've said it and people give me shit. I think he is a genius when it comes to clothing, when it comes to marketing when it comes to music. The man is a genius. But he's also an idiot.
For publicity and marketing, that's why I give
but you can be two things at the same time. He's a dumbass too.
Right.
He don't know when to shut up, man. Just shut up, dude. Keep your opinions to yourself.
He obviously didn't learn there's a time and place for everything.
Man.
Right.
That
was not something that he was taught or that he learned.
Right.
Did you guys watch the documentary? The Netflix documentary?
I watched parts of it. I seen the first 3 or 4 episodes.
Of what?
It was of his coming up, how he came up and everything.
Oh, that genius?
Yeah.
I watched all of it.
Just watching him go get it was dope.
Yeah.
Just watching how he did it was dope. You know what I mean? And seeing how
you
people treated him. And
his best friend, that dude who was recording all of it, he was like, man, towards the end, I don't even know who Kanye is anymore.
Right. Nobody knows who he is. I mean, you get rich, you get all these pats on the back.
He's
you start
let
losing
the fame
your connection.
And
it go to your head, man.
Yeah, he just thinks that he's he has no connection to what he was when he first started.
You get $1 billion, you lose that. You know what I mean? You're not that poor person that you was anymore.
Yep.
He's been around the Kardashians, all these rich people.
And you know what? I think that's why what's her name said what she said about Oprah, or that she wasn't black enough.
Oh, yeah.
When she said that she wasn't black enough. And I think that's what a lot of these people are, normal, you and I, everyday people. That's what they're like. Oh, well, they got all this money now. They've lost their connection to with what they used to be when they first started.
Even though he said, boy, white lives matter, been against Black Lives Matter. I don't hear people saying that he's not black. Oprah hasn't been in against. She's been in the forefront on all these things, and they still don't call her black.
You remember when Oprah asked like Michael Jackson if he hated being black? Why don't anybody do this to Kanye? Because he's actually showing the signs of.
Hey, I'm with Trump. I mean, you with the Republican Party right now, man. I mean, you have to realize that these people are racist. I mean, it's crazy talking to people and they're taking up for these people. Like, everything that they do is anti-black. Anytime that we do anything, they're against it. Mm-hmm. Black Lives Matter. Oh, no, Blue Lives Matter. White lives matter. Yeah. They won't even say it. They're just like, we're against it. We don't care what we want the police to stop killing. No, stop resisting. Yeah. You know what I mean? And these are the people you're with. Talking about I'm with them. I voted for Trump. And you okay? Oh, they can vote for who they want to. Nah, man. Nowadays, dog, there's a clear line in the country of racist and not racist. Yeah. Because these people are tripping. We try to take down the statues of the KKK. No, that's history.
Right.
You're trying to erase history.
And then that weren't they my mind, but they want to take out critical race theory in schools.
But they don't want to teach about slavery and stuff. But they want to keep up statues of people who was like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Exactly.
And white people, like, I hate to say it, but white people at my school think it's funny. You know what I'm saying?
It's a joke because they ain't living it.
Right.
They're not living it, bro. It's a joke to them. They don't live this stuff.
Every time we do something about race at school, everybody turns their head, look at me. Or you know what I'm saying?
That's when you be like, dog.
Like I told you the other day, we had a topic about segregation, and everybody came up to me and they was like, "Oh, Jimmy, look at the topic."
That's when you say, "Don't play with me like that." I tell you that, man.
Then you know what I'm saying?
Don't play with me like that.
I'm telling them, they're like, "Oh, it's just a joke."
Nah, man. I'm telling them, nah, man.
It's not a joke.
No,
you continue to do it.
Do you want to see how I was?
It's gonna be a problem.
Because, dude, I'm telling you, I would snap. You don't have to beat nobody up, but dude, stop playing with me.
Look,
that's not a joke.
Look, we got into it.
Stop playing.
Yesterday. It was yesterday or the day before. But like, there were Mexican students next to me. You know what I'm saying? This time they were like, "Bro, it wasn't just, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't black kids. It was Mexican people too." You know what I'm saying?
Okay, they were
like,
black, so
and they're trying to tell the white. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, chill out with that because we don't think it's funny either. Because you know what I mean? Hey, man, it's not funny at all.
They can keep playing. gonna be a time and place where
Especially
you can
these
bust them in
younger
their shit.
kids, they think they're untouchable.
Isn't it?
They do.
You know, because
Yeah.
my daughter, they're in Gilbert Public Schools, and
Mhm.
she told me about 2 or 3 different incidences where kids are making jokes. And one girl was like, "Oh, haha, I'm just feeling racist today."
Mhm.
I said, "And what you say?" She was like, "I was just like, oh my God." I said, you check her.
Right.
I don't care if you the only black girl in that class.
Yeah.
You speak up for
That's real.
yourself. You know what I'm
What you
saying? You
mean you
don't let them
feeling
think that
racist?
that's okay.
Racist towards who?
Right.
You got a problem with me? You know what I mean? Like, dude, we have to make sure we check these people.
Yep.
Because I check
And if that don't work,
in my
go
day.
to an adult.
Yep.
And if that don't work, go to that adult's boss.
Yep.
I check plenty of them. Now, I
That
check
don't
them
work.
myself. We don't need to we don't need no adult. I'm telling you straight up, it
No,
don't
I'm
have to
talking
go
about-
to violence.
I'm talking about as
If
far
it's-
as kids go when they're in a
Right.
public school
understand.
setting,
Nah, man.
and
We don't need the adults.
you've
I'ma
talked to
look
this
you dead
kid
in your face
and you've
tell
tried
And
to
they
you
still- yeah, I
you
understand.
continuously have to check this kid for doing all this, saying all this
right
racist
before
stuff,
you
and
bust
they
them in their shit.
Mhm.
Yeah,
right, and
Tell the
then
teacher.
right, you want to tell an adult
Hey.
to make sure that
Right.
hey,
Look,
this is what's happening.
next time
it
Billy
continues
Sue
to happen,
say that,
Yep.
I'm smopping him in his mouth.
Yep.
it's on.
Yep. And I told my kids, you don't worry about being in trouble at school. You let me handle that.
That's real.
And then if you do get in trouble at school, and you've already made this
they
a
did
known
nothing
issue,
about it.
Exactly.
then there's no punishment from you on my
And they do
end.
that all the time, man.
Exactly.
Because even when I was in school, this dude came into class. He got racist, all type racist sayings on his jacket. I couldn't believe the dude even made it through the school.
Through the door.
Right.
He made it all the way to class. I gotta say something like, dog, what is this? You're not gonna make this dude take this trash off? He's not hurting. Okay, he's hurting me. And if you don't take it off, I'm gonna beat his ass. It's
then
up
when
to
I
you.
come into the school with gang colors
Instantly off. I couldn't even
It's
make
a
it through the door
problem.
with a hat
It's a
on.
on, you
problem.
can't even step foot off the
Yeah,
bus with it.
they tripping. They see me all gangs. Like we ain't have no gangs in the school. But racism, we had riots, but they didn't understand how to police that. We had actual riots for racism, but they don't know. Hey, maybe we should stop the race. We never had a gang war. We had racist riots though, but they didn't know how to police that. Let's keep this out of here. Let's do something about this.
Mhm.
Let's not, you know what I mean? Let's not go this route. Do we see racism? Let's nip it in the bud. Oh, he's kidding. He's playing. All right. Then when the riot jump off, they all looking stupid.
Yep.
Hey, make sure anything like that happen to you, you tell the person, tell them a couple times.
And if
let
that don't
them
work,
know, let
go
them
to
know.
an
Hey,
adult, especially if you're a child in
Adult-
a public school setting.
Yeah.
do what you got to do.
You
Man.
want to tell the person, hey, please stop doing that. Don't say that. If you keep saying it, I'm going to tell XYZ. I'm going to tell an adult.
No, I'm kicking your ass.
And then if you
Before that-
still keep saying it and you won't stop after I've told an adult, I'm kicking your butt.
Yeah.
Right.
Period. You got to. You got
Are
And
you
then if
okay?
I get in trouble for kicking
Can
your
you
butt
handle it?
after I've asked you to stop doing it,
Yep.
I don't care.
Right.
I'm not going to get in trouble at home
Not at
because
all.
I know I've asked you to stop doing it. And I
Right.
know I've brought it to an attention of an adult.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
They have to start the people.
But it's
who
these
are-
parents' fault too because they teaching their kids that
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
too.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know that.
Oh, yeah.
You know that.
Especially
love
if
teaching
you,
that.
you know,
This is handed down.
right.
Mhm.
Racism is handed down, man.
Absolutely.
And that's the
is.
thing, you know, they try to act like it
It's
doesn't
not
exist.
taught. It's
There's
taught.
no racism, and knowing they at home talking this, talking
Yep.
that. You know what I mean? Dropping in bombs everywhere.
Mhm.
Then
And
be
then
like,
they
then
kids
being
feel like
surprised.
it's, oh, I can
Okay.
say it.
Right.
My mama and daddy said when we at home, so
Right.
I can say it.
But that's
Yep.
like I said, Jimmy, they say silly shit like that to you. You just make sure that I'm putting you in the racist box, bro. Oh, I'm not a racist. They don't want to be called a racist. I'm not racist. I'm not. Hey, that's all you. No, they don't want to. The most racist people in the world do not
Not
want to
like
be
be
put
called
in a
racist.
racist box. I don't understand it. Live it, man.
Right. On your
Why-
truth.
what is it, dude?
This is how you think every
Yeah.
day. Own up to
Why don't
it.
you want to own up
Exactly.
to it? No, I'm not racist. It's man, just own it.
Mhm.
Right.
I don't get it.
You wouldn't have said it if you weren't racist.
Right.
Exactly.
I'm putting you in the box. Every time I see you, you got a racist joke. So I'm thinking that your life is built off racism, right?
There's so many, and it'd be the same class.
But they hearing it from their mama, and
they
they
were like,
that's all it is.
one they came up, they was like, across the classroom, they go, Jimmy, you like fried chicken and watermelon? I was like, what?
Man, they might have got punched for that, dog.
Yeah.
I might have been.
Yeah.
I might
I'd
have
have got suspended for that one. I would have got sent home.
I mean, that's already happened to me once. So
I might have got.
I would have got sent home for real. Definitely.
That's not
if
something to
ands
play
buts
with.
about it, I'd have got sent home.
Man. I mean, you playing too much. But anyway, you're a little nicer than I was. What I think about this Kanye stuff, and we start discussing it a lot. People start the next thing, since he said a lot of things about the Jews, people were protecting what he said about the Jews and saying it was okay that he said this. And a lot of black people were protecting this. Now, it's crazy to me that us, the people that has fought the most to get against racism, against people putting stereotypes and putting a whole group of people together and saying, I'm going this on the Jews or this on the black people.
Right.
Could you imagine if somebody said I'm doing this on black people? Well, how, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why we give this dude a pass, but now we want everybody else to give him a pass. Most normal black people are like, let's get rid of this dude. But we still have a lot of conspiracy theorists, people who are like, oh, he trying to tell us something. When last week he spent the whole week letting you know he's against us.
Right.
White Lives Matter, Candace Owens, Trump. Yeah, I mean, that's enough to let me know he's not with us. I've been against the dude since he said slavery was a choice. I was done. Yeah. And it's black people who are taking up for that. It was a choice. You make choices every day. Yeah, man. Like death was a choice. Like death is an option. Like, just die. Like, dog, y'all for real.
I didn't know people.
Yes,
people was
there is black people who are agreeing and taking up for Kanye still, even though he said slavery was a choice. George Floyd died of fentanyl, not from the police officer. Like, people riding with it. Like, okay, yeah, he trying to tell us something. Like, dude, I don't believe it. And they calling me a sellout. And they with the dude who is against George Floyd, against Black Lives Matter, telling us that we chose to be slaves. Oh, he trying to teach us something. Like, bro, what the hell is going on? He's teaching us nothing but to hate ourselves.
I wonder why Kanye thinks slavery was a choice, because to me, and anybody else that agrees
death is not an option, man. I don't know why people keep acting like it is.
Are you willing to be sold to a white person to do the job?
No, it's not that. They just saying they should have died. They should have chose death, is what they're trying to say.
Oh. So they should all just commit suicide instead of going into slavery?
Exactly. Which is just craziness.
Yeah.
Not everybody is willing to die.
We really would have been killed off.
We wouldn't even be
where would our race have been?
Exactly. We wouldn't even be in America. There would no black people in America at all.
And that's what we advocating for. People like, like, what are you talking about?
If you think slavery was a choice and we should have took the death option or committed suicide to avoid slavery,
you give homage to those people for what they did.
Yep.
They made it through. They had kids and they lived and they made it through for their kids and fed their kids and stayed there for their people.
Absolutely.
They had the strength and the will to make it through. They wasn't no chumps looking back 300 years, 400 years ago saying what they would have did when you wasn't even in the situation.
When you were scared,
and to disrespect somebody who was in it and did go through and say, "Oh, you should have just died. You was a piece of shit." And anybody that's with him, dog, I don't know, man. I lost a couple friends this week that I unfriend. Niggas want to call me clowns.
Cancel Kanye.
I'm like, I'm a clown now. Because I'm like, dude, we start talking about the Jews because it's okay to talk about the Jews because it's just a religion. That's what they trying to get to. It's okay to talk about them because it's just a religion. They're not just a religion. They were ostracized. They lived in the same areas for years, just messing with Jews. That becomes an ethnicity. They have their own cultures, their own things, way of doing things, their own language. They are ethnicity. They are, though.
But it's not on your job application. Right. You can't check a box that say Jews. Right. Like you can check a box that say Asian, Black, Native, Hispanic. Yeah, that's true. You can check boxes for those on your job application or any application that you fill out.
That's why I didn't say it was a race.
Guys, let's check on the swearing. Okay?
That's why I didn't say it was a race.
That's why I was saying, like, I can understand them saying that
It's not a race?
Right. It's not a race
right.
because you can't
But
physically check the
is-
box for it.
It is an ethnicity, though.
Ethnicity.
You can't check the box
Yes.
for Irish either.
Right. You can't check the box
for Italian either.
Italian.
Right.
Exactly.
Your ethnicity is different than your religion.
That's right.
Or
Absolutely.
different than your
Jews
skin
are
color.
different because of the way they have lived, they have ran, they have to run as a people to
Right.
different places. And
Like
people
the
wouldn't mess with
Scottish.
them. And they would live in areas by themselves and they would breed by themselves for hundreds and hundreds of years. People, dude tried to argue with me, tried to tell me I was racist. I had to unfriend this cat because this cat is, this dude is crazy. He called me a clown because I said, you can tell a Jewish person, are you racist? You a clown. What are you talking about, dog? I can look at someone and say, hey, you can tell they're Jewish. Oh, because they got two curls. No, they have a certain look. They have features. Jewish people have a Jew nose. You ever heard of the Jew nose?
And
they
he
usually
gonna say
have
talking
it.
about the two curls on the side. That's Amish.
No, Jews do it too. Jews do it too, and they do the two curls. They look a lot like the Middle Easterns.
Jews
they
have
all,
they wear the
big tall. They had a hats.
Yeah.
And they
that's
had the things
Amish
covered.
Mormon.
Nah, man, it's Jews.
They
Look
have
it up.
the little
Google it.
The
Like
little
the
circle
yarmulke.
patch that they
Yarmulke.
wear on the
I
back
forgot.
of their head.
Yeah.
Yarmulke.
the
We go down to
yarmulke.
The
Scottsdale
yarmulke,
to go
yeah.
to we go to Scottsdale. We see them all the time. Those are Jews that's coming across the street with those curls and the big long jackets and the hats. They're Jews. You look at them, you could tell. Because like I said, man, Jews have certain features. Come on, man. There are Jewish features. He tried to tell me I was racist. Like, dog, I had to unfriend this dude because every time he gets a chance,
They do have a certain.
Yes,
They
have.
all-
Come
they
on.
do.
How was
it's
Hitler?
been-
How was Hitler able to kill them all if he didn't
They
know what the
do.
hell they look like?
Right.
How could he say what Germans are if we would? Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's
just like
some people were able to get away because they look more German, but most of them they could tell you're Jewish as soon as they look at them.
right. It's just like if you're just gonna go based off of facial features alone,
Mm-hmm.
the nose for us,
For black people,
it's a little more widespread.
right? We have wider noses,
Wider
we
noses,
have bigger lips,
bigger lips.
Yeah.
right? This is black features. Are we gonna get mad about that? This is
When you
what
look
we
at
are.
a Jewish person, they usually have
They have
skinnier,
but
longer
they have the hook nose at the top here.
at the top, and then it curls kind of.
They have
at the
they have
tip.
features. They have beadier eyes. They usually have smaller eyes. Sorry, this
And
is
they
how
really
they look.
and they have stronger jaw lines too.
Hey man, you could tell an Italian.
Absolutely.
And you could tell an Irish
You could
because
tell
they got
they
red
usually got
hair.
red hair, freckles. Like, what is wrong with me
Yeah.
saying that
I
these
mean,
people
it's-
have a look?
Every culture
Right.
has
Every
certain
ethnicity, every one of them.
looks that you can say, "Oh, you're this,
Or
you're
that.
that, you're
This
this."
dude called me racist. This is the type idiots I be talking to, man.
The world is just so
I
sensitive.
just unfriended this dude because he just
like everything someone wants to take offense to it. Just like you said, it's just what we see.
man.
You know, it's
Everything.
bro.
You remember? Yeah, I remember when Lizzo got in trouble because she said spaz or
oh
something
my
like that.
gosh.
A lot of people. I
yes.
mean, it was only one girl. It's one girl. She flipped out on Beyonce too.
Yeah, and they went
she
back
don't-
and
And they
changed,
changed
their
their
lyrics.
lyrics.
Like,
And
For
then
one
now those two, they have set the precedent because of this one girl
yep,
Nobody can
they're
say
not
a
going to
word.
use it anymore.
Yeah,
that
it's over.
no one in music will use the term spaz
So
in
they-
their lyrics.
So that means they can't put it in movies and scripts.
They
Instead of
can't do
just-
anything with it because this girl has made it a precedent to say, "Oh, you're down talking, you're degrading
Nobody's
us,
even thinking about
you're
that.
talking about us, and you're making fun of us,
Right.
and we're disabled."
Wait,
I
they
understand
can.
what you're
hold on.
saying, man, but at the same time, nobody's thinking about that when we says this. This is a
Exactly.
slang
Right.
word.
It's a
It's nowhere
slang
near-
term.
That's been a part of our culture
Man, forever.
forever.
Since the 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
They
But-
can do they can't say some word, like they get offended at some words, but when like I guess a gay black man get offended about the Jeffrey Dahmer stuff and how much
This is a tough one on Jeffrey Dahmer, though,
they
because
they are you sensitive about, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's a tough one, man, because they got Marilyn Manson shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got there's other costumes of other mass killers, man.
Right.
This is not the first one, man.
I'm just talking about. You remember Boosie had said something. He was like, "Man,
I understand everybody's saying that this is crazy. They think it's just black people that they're doing this
that's
and
getting
that.
yeah."
I understand. I saw a couple memes were like, well, if this was a white killer, they wouldn't be doing this.
Right.
But I kind of disagree because, like I said, we got Marilyn Manson mask. We got other masks of people who were killers back in the day. Ted Bundy.
Yep.
People was dressing up as him. People are just we've always been obsessed with mass killers. I don't know why.
People
love them. Serial killers, they love them.
And every time that there has been a mass killer,
a serial killer,
or a serial killer or whatever, that year, that's one of the most popular Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
In the series, I hate, but in the series, I watched the series. I ain't gonna lie, but the Dahmer series, with Evan Peters, they talk about it after like he got arrested. People wrote to him, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, girls loved him.
They loved him.
People wrote to him. They was like,
it's like they did with Charles Manson.
I said Marilyn Manson. My bad, Charles Manson.
And Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy too.
Right. They loved him.
They told him he was like you're a Halloween costume now.
Yeah,
You like you know what I'm saying? People are.
You
dressing
think it
up
didn't
as
happen
you.
then?
No,
it happened then
they
when it came out in the 80s and 90s.
They had #1 fans. They had comic books about him. They had greeting cards of him and gas stations.
Anything that they could make money off of, they made money off of.
It's just not the money.
But it's not the first time it's been done.
It's not the money.
Right.
It's people.
It's people.
We are obsessed with this stuff. We're obsessed with these people. That's why they're so famous. We still talk about Charles Manson. He did this shit in the 70s and the 60s.
Yeah.
We still learn about these killings. We love it. We love it. We're obsessed with it. That's why they make t-shirts and they make costumes because they know we're gonna buy it.
Yep.
Netflix is making a lot of money off about these killers too. It's the conversations with the killer. They have one about
we love it.
What's his name? John Wayne Gacy.
Law and Order has been on TV for
like
30 years.
Yeah.
Because we crime and killing. We just love it.
Yeah.
First 48, violent.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just what we like, man.
I don't know why. I've been into it for a long time.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Somebody say what?
They was like, what's his name? Mike Epps. They was like, they do Ice-T so dirty on Law and Order. They give him 2 lines.
Well, he's not a great actor. It's not that
he just
probably can't remember more than 2 lines.
He just I guess celebrating this he's the
20
longest,
of years,
longest running.
Yeah, he's been on there
actor.
for 20 years,
TV
saying nothing, doing nothing. I can't stand that show, dog. It gets on my nerves so bad.
He said they found a body.
Let's get the game going.
Yep.
Let's get it going.
It's gonna take a second, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. We started talking about all type stuff, man. I started talking about DNA because we watched the Know You're Finding Your Roots show, and we see a lot of Jews that come on there and they get their DNA done, and they always Ashkenazi Jews, and they always come up that these Jews, hey, you have a cousin, and your cousin is from the Middle East.
Yep.
So that means their DNA matched, and this is from today. And I'm telling people,
and they only can go back 500 years.
500 years. Right. So that means that these people of the last 500 years, they have a DNA connection.
A DNA connection that they share.
Right. And we've seen person after person, Barbara Walters, all these people coming, person after person who are Jewish, coming on here, and they have this connection.
Yep.
But I talk to people online, and they have a different story.
Right.
Oh, no, that's not true.
Exactly. But,
hold on, bro. I'm telling you DNA true. No, that's not true, bro. They don't have any connection to the Middle East. They not the real Jews. Hey, but their DNA says that science says that it is. No, that's not true.
They don't believe.
I'm telling you,
so
science.
Against science.
They've done scientific studies saying that. No, but their DNA, no. Okay.
They so against science.
Ooh, boy, it's so hard to argue with these people, man. And then they don't want to. I mean, like I said, man, all week, DNA. I mean, can you argue? If somebody came in and said, hey, the DNA said this is your son, you would not argue. But I'm sitting here telling you that they have a DNA connection to Middle East, and you are arguing with me, telling me
you wrong.
You wrong. It can't be true. That's not all the way true. How? I'm sitting there saying that DNA cousins.
But you believe that DNA test when it comes to that paternity test.
If you say you are the father, damn.
Are they providing like any receipts, any for their story or for their beliefs? Like
On
why
the,
they
I don't
don't
know.
like what's their
The main thing they're going off of is the Bible, because the Bible have the stories about the 12 tribes and all these things. I don't know about that because I'm not a big Bible reader myself. I haven't read these. I don't know anything about these things. Only thing I know is the science says that they have a DNA connection to the Middle East. Everybody else wants to say, nah, they're just European. But then you got the Europeans who saying, nah, they're not from here. They're from there. We don't want them here. Nobody wants these people, man. And I think it's just so messed up, man. And everybody always trying to say they're not the chosen people. We are. Like, dog, why are we always messing with these people? We stole their religion. We stole their religion.
Right.
Judaism, whatever you want to call it,
Judaism
is Christianity. Jesus was a Jew who wanted to be his own God. The Jews do not
He
believe.
was a Hebrew.
Jew, Hebrew, same difference. They don't believe that people can be gods. Jewish don't believe that. Christianity was built because we wanted to believe that people can be gods. And we wanted Jesus to be a God. And that's why we built Christianity. And we say, forget them, because we took their religion. It's their idea. We didn't want it to be as strict, though. We wanted something that's a little easier than what they're doing.
Right.
So we built, had a little bit more easier, things. Or it's not, you don't have to do.
They didn't want to abide by all of the
right.
rules.
It's a lot of rules in the Jewish religion.
And so they
Muslims
like,
also same thing. It's an offshoot of Judaism. They're all of them, and we're all fighting over the same stuff. We hate the people who created the idea, and this has been going on for thousands of years, man. I wish it would stop, man.
I mean, the truth is, we really don't know what's right.
Nobody knows
true.
what's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody
but
knows,
everybody thinks
every
what they believe
religion
is right.
thinks
That's real.
that their religion is the truth religion.
Nobody knows the truth. We just have faith in with each other. That's fine. But why argue over something that we cannot prove? Just have faith in yours and be fine. Don't have to push what you believe onto other people.
Right.
But
that's so
my
true.
bad. Let's go.
Before I hit the game this week, there was a pop-up store that's bringing big holiday cheer to low-income seniors, located off of Cactus Road and Paradise Village Parkway. So it's literally right over here on by the Target over by us.
Okay.
Where the Circle K used to be at. It's now turned into a local pop-up shop.
That's dope.
Valley nonprofit Elder TLC.
Dang.
They are stocking the shelves with meaningful and essential gifts destined for low-income seniors at care facilities around the valley.
Dope.
So when they arrive at Elder TLC, they leave all their wallets, purses, everything at the door, because all of the items that are on their lists are free.
Oh, that's dope.
So the senior citizens get to go in and shop for other senior citizens or people in their family, and they have a list that they can come in and get and just grab the things that they need for free.
That's dope.
Kathleen Hartman and Linda Santisu, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the name correctly, probably not.
You're not.
But they both founded the nonprofit back in 2016, and each year they spend the year collecting donations from the community and asking and using their draft bargaining skills to shop to purchase items for the store. So each year since they've started, it's a pop-up location, so they're not in one specific location or storefront for more than 2 weeks before they move to the next location.
That's fine.
But they are currently looking for a permanent home.
Cool. Well, let's get ready.
Let's get ready to play trivia for loot. Sponsored by
No one. But if you would like to sponsor an episode or a segment, please email us at info@habarientertainment.com.
That's right.
All right. So, Miss Dani, going into this week's Trivia for Loot, there are a total of 10 questions. If you get 7 out of the 10 correct, we will donate to your charity of choice.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
And question 1. What is the most common grape used in winemaking across the world?
A red grape.
Red? I'm guessing that's a womp womp.
I don't know.
What's the answer?
The answer?
I would say Concord.
No.
Oh.
It would be a Cabernet. Cabernet Sauvignon.
That's a grape?
That's a grape? Oh.
Damn. You learn something new
every day.
Next question.
What is a sommelier? A sommelier.
A really tiny prostitute.
Is that a
I'm probably butchering the word, but it's sommelier.
I mean, it looks like it's pronounced that way. Is that like a
fancy Somalian dude?
A process in the wine?
No.
Making?
No.
What is that?
A sommelier is a waiter in a restaurant with specialist knowledge of wine.
Wow. So he would be a wine connoisseur, but they call him a
sommelier.
Wow, okay. You learned something new.
What type of wooden barrels are used to age wine?
What type of wood?
What type of wooden barrels are used
like
to age
same
wine?
one that monkey goes in?
I think I know. What's your guess?
The oak barrel?
That's what I was going to guess. Oak.
Oak is correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They use oak for a lot of for the alcohols, for the bourbons. Yeah. Usually use oak. Yeah.
And another before I read this question, another fact on that is the oak tree has to be 44 years old.
Dang, wow.
Before they can use the wood to create the barrel.
Middle-aged tree.
And
the wine.
Every ring is a year, right?
It's a year.
Yeah. So they have to count the rings to make sure it's 44.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yep. Next question is, this country is the leading producer of wine in the world.
It's a trick question too.
Europe. I don't know.
That's not a country, my brother.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's a continent.
There you go.
France?
That's will be the guess. I'm going to say the United States.
You're both kind of right.
Wait.
But the country that is the leading producer of wine in the world is Italy.
Dang.
Okay, yeah. Italy, France.
I would have thought it was France. It's Italy. Yeah, the Italians drink a lot of fucking wine. Man.
Are you sure about that? Because the next question is, this country consumes the most wine in the world by volume.
U.S.
Yeah, that's what I agree.
We the drunkest.
I agree with that. I agree with that one.
Yeah, man. It's the U.S. on that, huh? Yeah, I already knew.
So Italy produces most of our wine, but we drinking it all.
Right.
We drinking it all.
We keeping them rich as a motherfucker.
Right. Approximately how many grapes go into a bottle of wine?
Damn.
162.
I don't know.
Do you know that's wrong? That's tough, man. I'm going to say
just a bottle.
1,000.
This one bottle.
1,000, 1,500 grapes.
2,000. More than that?
Less than that.
Dang, really?
Yeah.
How many?
It's going to be between 600 and 800 grapes.
Okay.
For a single bottle of wine.
600 grapes.
Can make a bottle of wine.
Damn.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I could have been doing this a long time ago. You know how many grapes I eat every week?
600.
All right.
Dang.
If there are 6 apples and you take away 4, how many do you have?
What the hell? What kind of question is that?
2.
2 apples.
What kind of question is this? It's 2. And this is a trick question.
This got to be a trick question.
You cutting these apples in half or something?
No.
Yeah,
you have 4 because you're taking it away.
4.
Yeah.
There are 6 apples.
How many do
you take away 4?
I'll be stealing.
I'll be stealing.
See, I understand it. I'll be stealing.
You have 4. There were 6 apples. You took 4. How many do you have?
Oh, 4. Whatever.
I got that
That
one.
was a good one.
Word question. The dude be walking up on the people on the streets and doing shit like that. Like, dog, if you walked up on me on the street and did a word, I'm gonna get it wrong. And you're gonna have me go viral looking stupid because you just asked me some shit all weird.
Yeah.
Just like you just did.
Yeah.
And off top, she's gonna be like, what do you mean, too? But who's taking them? That's the type of shit. Yeah, whatever, dog.
You don't think about the wording of the question when
Right.
you're being asked. You just be like, oh, okay, is this?
Yep.
Right.
The next question is, what gets wetter and wetter the more it dries?
What? This is some Riddler shit.
Riddle me this, Batman.
Right.
Ooh,
I
don't
sure
know.
do not know.
The more it dries.
I'm trying not to be X-rated this morning.
I'm not trying to be. I'm looking at wetter and wetter. I'm like, oh, okay.
Sponge? I don't know, bro. That's a hard one.
That is a hard one.
Paint,
You use it every day.
water.
Water? Is it water? It can't be water. How to get wetter the more it dry?
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
Your towel.
You know, I thought about that, but I was like,
Who
how
says
is
I
it-
use a
how
towel?
is it
I might hit it.
I'm like, how is it getting dry
That's
if
a
it's
good
getting
riddle, though.
wet? But yeah, the wetter. Yeah.
Because if its towel starts wet up here, it's gonna go all the way down
Till it's
before the whole
dry.
towel is dry.
Yeah.
These questions are so random.
Yeah, they are.
I don't even know.
Got another one?
Wait till the next one.
How many Grammys does John Legend have?
3,
6.
2, 1.
No.
He has
No.
none.
Y'all wrong.
none.
The answer is 10.
10.
Oh.
I said 6.
Yeah,
I
That's
knew
how
he
you
had
know
a
I
lot.
don't listen to him that often.
Yeah, the white people love him, man. He was blowing up. That's it?
One
Next
more.
question.
Oh.
This is the smallest country in the world.
Hawaii.
That's a state, my brother.
Oh.
That's a state. You gotta study, man. You gotta study. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I don't even
It's probably
know.
some island or something. Some little bitty ass island.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just gonna give yourself the womp for
I
it
don't know.
because the answer is Vatican City.
Never heard of it.
I never knew that was a country. Thought that was probably somewhere in
Thought it was a
France
city.
or somewhere.
It's in Italy, but damn, it's its own country.
It's
Damn.
its own
I didn't know
country.
that.
Me either. Hey. You
Wait,
learn
and
something new
that's
every
where
day.
they have like the Pope and
Yeah,
stuff,
that's where he
right?
lives. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's the
insane.
smallest country. I wonder how many people live there.
I think it's as big. It's smaller than like Delaware
Oh wow.
or Rhode
In the
Island.
whole
It's
country.
got to be small because Delaware is small as hell.
Wow.
Delaware, Rhode Island,
All
New
them
Hampshire, all 3 of those states are like really, really small.
when
So I
they
No
think
just
reason
merged
for those
as one.
states.
Like-
Yeah.
I don't
They
know
should
why
just
they
merge
exist.
and become one state.
Right.
Yeah.
If they do Delaware,
Just come be one
Rhode
big
Island.
state. Rhode
Why
Island.
why does
yeah.
it exist? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. Stupid. Rhode Island is the dumbest shit.
But a lot of these states they could combine though because
The
they
whole
so small.
Northeast can combine. Just call it the
Yeah.
Northeast and just because
Yep.
I don't care about none of that shit.
and the north part of the Midwest too,
Well, you know,
like the
and
Dakotas.
I
Oh
flunked.
yeah, and I forget about those states. You
Yeah.
know, like
Who
who really
cares?
thinks
In
about South
Idaho
Dakota?
They should have
and-
gave that shit to the natives.
Right.
Why did they take it?
Yeah.
Nobody lives there.
Mhm.
And if they do, we don't like them. Nobody likes South Dakota people.
They don't even get talked about.
I don't even know anybody from South
Right.
Dakota. I don't even know if I've ever met
Oh,
anybody
damn.
from South
I
Dakota.
did meet one dude.
There's like 6 people there.
Remember? No, you probably don't remember. I remember this one dude. Oh, he was from Wyoming. My bad.
Yeah.
See, I get all that shit mixed up.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
See, all those little states like that, they should just
Right.
combine and make one state.
Yeah.
Like when I be at work and I'm having to look for facilities and stuff for patients.
Mm-hmm.
There were like
And-
7 people.
No, for real. That's how it is. Like the other day, for example, I was having to look for a facility in West Virginia. The patient lived in some I can't even remember the name of the city.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so small. Like the nearest city that was closest to them to go get care was almost like in Tennessee or Virginia. They had to literally like travel like almost 3 or 4 hours just to get care.
Those are things that you take when you live in a rural area. I don't know. I don't get it. I can't live in that shit. Some people
unless you go to the hospital and the hospital is just it's more expensive than just going to a regular doctor's office.
And then they're mad because the insurance is like
way
to go so far.
Exactly. And then they get hit with the your insurance is out of network because you live here and the place is here and it's not within our network.
There's nothing we can
Well, real quick here, we got the Suns that beat the Pelicans last night.
Okay.
Pretty good victory over them. They was without Zion, but we'll take the victory anyway. We got the Cardinals at the Vikings. They probably gonna lose, but I'm gonna hope that the offense do something better than what they've been looking like and get on the board. The Vikings is they got a pretty good defense and offense. They just looking good. We also saw the Ant-Man trailer this week. I thought that was pretty dope, man. We got also the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer. I thought it was kind of corny, but Ant-Man, you know what I'm saying? I think that should be good, man. We'll see what's going on. Kang looked pretty dope. The was it the quantum realm? A lot of CGI going on, a lot of colors, you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be cool, man. We'll see what happens. We got a little while to go. Black Panther coming up on the 11th.
Yep.
So go out,
Couple
go
weeks,
check it out.
not even 2 weeks. It's like week and a half.
People are already talking about dressing up and going out there. I ain't dressing as shit.
Oh yeah, they've got like whole events
planned.
Yeah,
man. They gonna
watch
they gonna
parties.
do it big, man. They gonna do it big. But
we watch every Marvel movie. Just about every Marvel movie.
Yeah, we do. I do. I definitely do. That's about the only movie.
Y'all stay at the end for the extras.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You have to stay for the end credits. That's
a
plus. That's a given.
Yeah.
So that's about it for this week. Make sure to check out Dani and her wines. Give a shout out one more time, your website and where people can find you and follow you.
Yes, dtwawines.com. That's DETWAH wines.com. Facebook, DTWA Premium Wines. Instagram, DTWA Wines.
There you go. And make sure to catch up with the rest of our shows that'll be coming up. We got the Wealth for Generations tomorrow morning. We got the Mom and Pop Shop that'll be coming up tomorrow afternoon.
Socially
the Socially Awkward and Uncomfortable. Also catch the Vine Rebel Show and the Exo Dream Catcher Show on the weekends on Fridays and Saturdays. Thanks for calling. Thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate it. Peace.
Holla, holla.
Thanks for watching another episode of Habari Live. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get updates on news, the podcast, and more. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to visit www.habarientertainment.com. See you next week. Peace.